Camel, it means to rise up. Camels rise up. Anybody ever rode a camel before? It's only something you do once, right? I had a chance to do it in Israel, and it was an amazing experience. But Gimmel, in its pictograph, can mean to rise up, to lift up. It can be pride. Pride puffs up, does it not? It lifts you up when it should not. Or it can mean to go after. It also can mean the generous rich man. Now, how does all those connect to Gimmel? Because when we immediately think of pride, we think of the negative side of pride, because that's typically what eats people up and it causes man to fall, and it will destroy mankind. Matter of fact, that 5-letter word has done more damage for mankind than I believe any other word. Would you agree with me? Pride is what causes man to fall. But that is not the kind of pride that Yahweh wants you to understand from the very beginning, because I'm going to submit to you that when the letters of the alphabet were spoken in Genesis to create the universe, there was no negativity. There was no evil. There was nothing negative in His language. It is a pure and perfect language. So anything that we're going to use is always going to be in the positive when we're working through the Hebrew alphabet. And so pride is going to be something that you're proud of. Like a father is proud of his son, and he sticks his chest up because he's so proud. That is the proudness of Gimmel. It is a camel that rises for his king, and he is a rich man that is on that camel, and that camel is a rich, generous man. Because rich men, before the fall, were generous. So I want you to remember that when we're talking about these things, we're talking 6,000 years ago. In the mind of the Creator, all of His alphabetical letters have positive and amazing meanings. The enemy cannot be found in the pure language. Amen? So I'm going to act. Amen? Okay, all right. Just make sure you're still alive out there. All right, so we have the generous rich man that's involved here. Words that are starting with Gimmel. Just to give you an idea, just to give you a little bit of context, because what you'll learn in Hebrew is much of the words that are starting with a particular letter of the alphabet will give you the meaning of that word. It's completely different in English. It doesn't work in any other language. It is only Hebrew that this works in. Gan, or gan, is garden. It's to lift up life. On the right, you see the Gimmel. On the left, you see the letter Nun. The letter Nun means life. We'll go over that letter as we move through here. But so what does Gimmel mean? Or excuse me, what does garden mean? To lift up life. Doesn't that just make sense? That's what gardens do. You put seeds in there, you water it with the Ruach, and up comes life. In the Garden of Eden was the garden of life.
Come and join us as we travel back in time 4,000 years ago to discover exactly where the holidays of Christmas, Easter, and even Valentine's Day come from. Why do we celebrate the birth of Jesus on December 25th? Whose birthday really is on December 25th? Where did we come up with December 25th? Where did the star on top of the Christmas tree come from? Where did the Christmas tree itself come from? Where did St. Nicholas come from? Are we sure that St. Nicholas even existed? Have you ever wondered where the famous phrase, ho, 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 comes from? It comes from the late 1600s when they used to have plays, and before the devil would come on stage, he would announce himself by saying, ho, ho, ho. Did you know that original Santa's elves weren't little guys that made toys? They were Krampus demons that would punish the children if they weren't good for that year, while St. Nicholas would give them gifts if they were good. Who is the Easter Bunny? Where did we get Easter eggs from? Why do we celebrate Easter on the first Sunday after the vernal equinox? Did you know that Christmas was illegal in the United States until the mid-1800s? Can we celebrate these holidays according to the Bible? This is by far the most popular video on the internet on the history of Christmas and Easter. This video has changed hundreds of thousands of people's lives, and it will change your life too.